Yeah. Well, before I even start, don't come for me about my appearance. Okay, I know I look a mess, but that's my business. I can't even believe that I'm even doing this, but I feel like it's necessary. Let's start from the beginning. June 2022, I decided to leave my marriage. Now, I'm not going to get into any details in this video about that. This is just an introduction of my journey. Okay, so I moved back to New York from Ohio back in 2022. I came to stay with my mom, just so I can get myself together and get back on my feet, right? I had a plan. I had everything planned out. I knew when I came out here, I was going to get a job. I was going to look for an apartment, and just live my life, right? Just because you have plans, God has the last word. I'm telling you. So I came out here. For the first year, I didn't do nothing I was supposed to do. Okay, yes, I got a job. Of course. I mean, I need money, right? So I got a job, working in the same career field, dental. So I got a job right away. I got a job before I even came out here. I had the interview. They hired me on the spot. I was set, right? Okay, everything was moving into the right direction. I moved out of my mom's house and I moved in with my best friend, which was a blessing in itself. I thank her so much because she did not have to let us in her home, but she did, and I'm really grateful for that. But like I said, this is a journey. So I had plans, and my plans did not go as I planned them. When I moved with my best friend, things were okay, right? But instead of me taking this time to heal and grieve and really sit down and plan, or just even write down things I need to get done, instead of me doing all those positive things, I decided to just be free. Just, if I wanted to go out, I'm going out. If I wanted to stay out late, I'm staying out late. If I didn't want to come back home, I wasn't coming back home. That was what I was doing, right, to say the least. I was not saving any money. I was spending money recklessly, and, it was bad. It was bad. I made the decision to go into the shelter. I went, but I still had the same mentality. I didn't go in there thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna really buckle down. I'm gonna get my shit together. No, I went in there, and like I said, I still had the same mentality. Wasn't coming back during every time, staying out for days, and I wasn't on my shit. I wasn't standing on business. Okay, and that bit me in the ass. They kicked me out. They took all my stuff out of the room, mine and my son's stuff, and threw them in garbage bags. They even stole some of my stuff. And I moved back in with my best friend. And you would think that would, spark something in me, right? No. I went back to my best friend's house and I got even more comfortable because I knew my son was okay. I didn't have to worry about him. I didn't have to worry about where his food was coming from, clothes on his back, a roof over his head, because I know if he's with my best friend, his godmother, he's good. I didn't have to worry about him. That was my mind. That was my thinking, right? So with that being said, I was still doing the same shit I was doing, right? And then, of course, that caused problems in my friendship. Because, of course, she doesn't want to see me go down this path I need to be on my shit. I need to get my stuff together. But I wasn't trying to hear her, because I wasn't even trying to hear myself. I was just literally just going with the day, going with the flow, right? Not really thinking about much, suppressing all of my feelings, all of my my hurt and my pain and my depression. I was just holding everything in, right? Instead of talking to my best friend, my biggest support system, and telling her how I really felt, what I was really going through, I just, just kind of pushed her away mentally, and that turned into physically. So our relationship was pretty rocky, to say the least. And it hurt, because yes, I know we say, oh, my best friend, my bestie, my best friend. No, you don't understand the relationship that me and my best friend have. It's more than just being best friends. She's my person. She was my rock. She's my rock. So for us to be at odds, it really took me in a deeper hole, because it got to a point where I couldn't come to her, and tell her how I was feeling. I couldn't show her my emotions because of the space that I created, I was in a dark space that I didn't see what it was doing to my surroundings, right? So it was hard. It was really hard. So I decided to go back into the shelter because the mindset that I was in, living with my best friend, it wasn't a healthy one. Not for me or for her or for our relationship. So I decided, you know what, I need to do something. I need to go back into the shelter and do it the right way, So that's what I did. I went to the shelter, and I got there. It's a process. In other videos, I'll go in more into depth in what that process was. But I got in, and the very next day, my car was towed with all of my belongings and my son's belongings in the car. Birth certificates, social security cards, you name it, it was in that car. It was in there. Needless to say, I did not get my car back, okay, or my things, okay. I literally had to start over, okay. Fast forwarding, I want to say about 15 days in, living in the shelter for the second time. I was going to all my meetings, my interviews, was emailing my caseworker to come back to the shelter to find a package in my room saying that I was found ineligible. Now, what that means is that you can't stay in the shelter if you found ineligible. So I had to go back to the main office and get put back into the system. That process in itself is stressful. But like I said, we'll get into that later. I got back in. Everything going well, everything going good. And like I said, I was on my business. I wasn't playing around. They put me, first of all, let me go back. They placed me all the way in the Bronx, okay? I work and my son goes to school in Brooklyn. Keep in mind, I do not have a car anymore. So I would have to get up 4:30 in the morning every day, take my son to school, and then from his school, go to my job. And from my job, go to pick him up and then head back to the Bronx. That's my life every day, okay? Curfew was at 10, so I have to be here before 10 o'clock. If I'm late, no, it's not too bad, as long as I'm here. Fast forwarding to another, let's say 12 days. I don't really know the amount of days that was in between, but came home. Well, let me not call it home. I came back to the shelter. We walked in the unit, and there was a package. I'm just thinking it's more paperwork that I need to fill out. No, I was found ineligible again. I go back to the main office. Keep in mind, this is me when I'm coming home from when I'm coming to the shelter from work. It's like after 9 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock at night, because I travel. I take 8 trains and 4 buses every day. Okay, so the traveling takes time. So I get here after 9, almost 10 o'clock, and they're saying that, hey, you was found ineligible. You can't stay here. So I had to go back to the main office. So I went there, and they got us back in. Fast forwarding to today. I am currently still in the shelter. This is day 9, because every time you get logged out, you start over from day 1. Now, I've been in the shelter since Black Friday, since Black Friday. But once you get logged out of the system, you have to go back and you have to start from day 1 again. Okay, this is day 9 of my third try. Is it discouraging? Yes. Is it stressful? Absolutely. But I don't complain. I get up in the morning, I get my son ready, I get myself ready, and we go about our journey. So yeah, that's my life right now. I'm not sad about it. I'm not. It was a learning lesson. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ. And one thing about him is that he don't play. And he don't play about me. I'm trying not to get emotional. He literally had to snatch just about everything from me so I can listen. Okay? Like I said, car, gone. Clothes, gone. Important information, documents, gone. Right? And he literally said, you're going to start over from scratch. And that's what I'm doing. I get up every morning. I pray. Every night, I pray. I'm just in a different mindset. I feel me changing a lot. It's not a lot of stuff that I tolerate now. There's a lot of things I'm not doing anymore. See, I used to be a yes ma'am. Like, yes, sure, you want me to do this for you? Yeah, sure. You want me to do that for you? Yeah, sure. Oh, you need this? Okay, sure. And that was me. I was the giver. And you learn, you learn that, yes, you're a giver, but just because you gave doesn't mean they will. Those that you gave to when your time in need. Not saying that, not putting anybody out there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a learning lesson. You can't give your everything and don't have nothing to give yourself. When you in need of help, you gotta have a support system, a good support system. And if you don't have that, you it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. So I say this to say, I know with me going through this journey and changing my mindset, I'm going to lose a lot of people in my life. Not for any bad reasons or anything like that. It's just a lot of people are going to remove themselves from my life. And that's how God works. When they no longer serve a purpose in your life, what's the point of them being there, right? So right now I'm focusing on May and focusing on my son. I'm raising a black man by myself. So it's important for me to have my head together. Speaking of, I decided to go to therapy, just to get all these thoughts that I have in my head out. Good, bad, ugly, no matter. I just need an outlet instead of just keeping all of that guilt, the anger, the pain, the resentment. I just need to release it. Okay. So thank you for listening. I know it's been a long time. It's 16 whole minutes, this video, okay? But I hope you guys received this. And if not, it's okay, because this is for me. This is not to please anybody or to make anybody feel bad or to feel good about themselves. This is solely for my mental and for me, okay? So stay tuned to see what else happens. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm doing it, okay? So stay tuned.